Judge Anderson, a judge in Megacity 1, working within the Psi Division department. Cassandra Anderson, essentially a form of a mutant from the scarred and nuclear-cursed Earth she lived so close to. She began developing abilities. Sensing danger, glimpsing into the future, and even telepathy. It would be these abilities that would attract the attention of the Psi Division of the Justice Department. The department, being as the name suggests, using people with such abilities, training them, molding them into judges, and with their powerful psychic abilities, it gave the Justice Department a new method of tackling crime within Megacity 1. Anderson would be one of these inductees, taken from a family and trained to a high degree within the Academy of Law. She would make her debut appearance to face off against Judge Death, an undead judge from an alternate dimension. The Dark Judge's attempt to destroy all life in their dimension would lead Anderson and Judge Dredd to team up. The attack averted, primarily due to Judge Anderson. She would be called upon through fate and justice many times afterwards, as the Dark Judges would return to haunt her. Ultimately though, the Dark Judges would always face justice and their attacks would be foiled. Anderson would, over time, rise through the Psi Division to become a prominent and senior member. Her long list of achievements and her strong abilities rendering her a highly valuable member, an asset too large to lose, even when she questioned the Justice Department's legitimacy to serving justice. Similarly to Dredd, she is one of the top street judges, infamous even. Contrary to Dredd though, Anderson has a sense of humour and is very much a human, forming relationships and friendships with fellow judges. The pair have teamed up on numerous occasions and have worked as an effective partnership, bouncing off of one another perfectly. A shocking revelation though would send Anderson to question the Justice Department and everything they stood for, when she realised they had in fact deceived her. Upon inducting her into the Academy of Law, mental barriers were put up in her mind, causing her to forget an abusive father and what he had done to her in earlier life prior to her training. This event would only bolster Anderson's doubts on the Justice Department and their extreme measures of control. Quitting the Justice Department, due to her growing concerns, she would eventually return, and due to her long service and many achievements, Anderson has long been considered a veteran judge, with young, hopeful judges in awe of her. However, this veteran status would not save her from an old friend, Judge Death. He would return, seeking to serve the ultimate justice against life, death. He would place her into a coma, infecting her with a virus known as the Psychic Half-Life. The virus would lay dormant, providing she never woke. Her strong abilities, however, would allow her to contain the virus, but it had infected her and she was now slowly dying from it. The Psi Division, not wanting to lose one of their best assets and friends, risked themselves by sending a team in deep into her consciousness to perform a rescue. They would be successful, but not without cost, and the virus was passed on to a fellow judge. The team nearly lost their lives in the rescue, but Anderson would later prove worthy of that risk, as she would stop the Half-Life virus that unleashed onto Megacity 1. As Megacity 1 passes in real time, Anderson is now aging and having to deal with the issues we all must face. Unable to use the drugs and treatments fellow street judges use to stay fit for service, there will come a time she must step down from active duty. Judge Anderson was always a favourite of mine. Her pivotal role in stopping Judge Death made her an interesting character, but it was the way she bounced off Judge Dredd's polar personality that I enjoyed the most. An effective team, and the witty remarks between them always served as a great comic relief to the ever-serious, cold, stony-faced Judge Dredd. The movie depiction was a fantastic one. Though not everyone would agree, I think Olivia did a great job in portraying the Psi Division judge. And now, with the Judge Dredd TV series announced, I can't help but hope they include this iconic character into the show. A lot of people will likely agree that the Judge Death story arc would make a fantastic and perfect episodic storytelling. It would also be a great way to introduce some fantastical elements to an otherwise super serious and gritty universe. This would be a perfect and fitting way to include Judge Anderson without it merely as fan service. Rebellion seemed genuinely excited by the production of this TV series, with the tweets and the fact they released the news confirming it was in production very early on. With news set to surface later this year recasting, my fingers are crossed we hear of Judge Cassandra Anderson. But I want to hear from you guys. What was your first introduction to this character? Had you even heard of her before now? And if so, what is your favourite moment from her long years in the comics? A lot of people ask me what is the best place to start picking up and reading about these characters, and I always say buy yourself a contained story. For Judge Anderson, I would recommend her first appearance. You can pick up a compilation of the Judge Death story arcs in hardback, and I think that would be a great way to learn about both her and Judge Death. If you did enjoy this video, then please consider leaving a like, as it does help the channel out, and drop all your thoughts down below in the comments section. If you want to see more Dredd related videos, then hit that subscribe button to stay notified of my content moving forwards. I've been Mr. H, and until next time, I'll catch you in the comments section.